You've achieved so much throughout your career and really are an inspiration to many people throughout the world.
Thank you.
And this film, I think, is ultimately very inspiring as well. And particularly, I think maybe for women and young girls watching it, it sort of lets them know that they can achieve whatever career they want to, no matter their background. How important is that message, you think?
Very important. Very important. You know, because I grew up in the outer boroughs as well. I grew up in the Bronx, and I didn't have a fancy education, and I didn't get to go to a fancy acting school or anything like that. And I kind of had to find my way, even in my own field. But if you're going to go into business, you know, without an education and without a degree and without all this stuff and without those privileges, you don't get the same opportunity. So I love this because it does say you can find a way. You can find a way. And if you have the talent and the drive and you're willing to work hard, you can accomplish anything you want.
We've got some brilliant scenes with Jennifer Lopez in the film. Obviously a global icon who's had an amazing career herself. What's she like to work with every day on set?
She's honestly the best. There's certain people that you meet in life that you just kind of have an instant connection with, and you can almost talk to them telepathically. Sounds crazy, but she's one of those people for me. The first time that I came in and read with her, we had this instant connection where A, I felt safe, B, she was actually present with me and listening to me, and I was listening to her, and it was just easy. Like, it's just effortless working with her. It's the best.
I love the scene in the film where they're dancing in the kitchen to Salt and Pepper's Push It, and I wondered, is the kitchen a spot for dance parties in your own household?
No, we have a room that we put our dance videos in so that we could do dance competitions, and so it's just like a game, the dance game, and so that's usually where the dancing occurs. But I love dancing, and so I now have a room for that because I love ballroom. So I do that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Friendship is a really important aspect of the movie as well. What's the best piece of advice that a friend has given you, or maybe that you've given a best friend?
Oh my God. I'd like to think I give out great advice all the time, but I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't say that. I feel like she talks too much. I don't know.
And friendship's a really important aspect in the film. What's the best piece of advice that a friend has given you, or maybe that you've given a best friend?
I feel like I recently had a pretty in-depth conversation with one of my friends that was very unveiling, and it was about being vulnerable. And I think that so much of the time, if you've been trained to, in a sense, being the tough one is a security blanket, and it's easy to lean on, but sometimes people, even your close friends, don't feel like they know you that well because they just see you as that strong person. So how important it is to be vulnerable.
Jennifer Lopez, obviously, as a global icon, but what's she like to work with every day on set? And your friends, of course, as well.
Well, your friends, right? So it's like two friends doing a movie together. So it's just very easy because there's no kind of pretense. There's no oh, I'm going to see this real person's personality in 2 weeks from now. It's like we knew, and it was like we were just two friends, okay, we're in the middle of talking, and it was, for me, not a transition. I was just like, oh, I'm talking to Jennifer. Oh, no, I'm talking to the character.
And ultimately, I think the film is really inspiring, and, we see a woman, no matter what background, get the career that they want. How important do you think that message is for young girls and for women to see on the big screen?
I think it's so important. I think that a lot of times in life we can feel stuck. And this movie truly shows that if you're not happy with where you are, the only person that's holding you back is yourself. You can get there with enough hard work and dedication.
And one of my favorite movies is Working Girl, and I think this movie has something of the spirit of
Sure.
that movie. Yeah.
Yes.
What is your favorite romantic comedy, or one that you sort of go back and like to revisit?
There's not a time that Love Actually doesn't come on the screen that I don't watch it. But I have a few of those.
And it's very much a New York movie, isn't it? It looks some brilliant locations in the film. What was it like to shoot in the city? And were there any moments where, in those big crowd scenes, there were some people who weren't background artists that were fans sort of interrupting?
It was very stressful, not gonna lie. Walking around Central Park with J-Lo is just not a low-key thing. And then you add cameras and people because it is Central Park. I mean, the amount of onlookers that were there, it was it was a lot. It was a lot, and it was hard to kind of block it out and do the scene, but Jennifer, the amazing teammate and partner that she is, was right there for me, and I just looked into her eyes and I knew it was all okay. And everyone else disappeared.
And it's very much a New York movie, some brilliant locations.
Yes,
in it.
beautiful.
What was it like to shoot in the city, and were there any moments where fans kind of saw you there and interrupted?
I mean, that always happens when you shoot in New York. They're like, J-Lo! Jenny from the block! I love it. I love it. I love going home.
Jennifer Lopez, thanks very much.
Thank
Congratulations again on the movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!